I'm in my Edna mode era. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Roomby here. This is our first storm of the year. First Ontario storm. And that's when I choose to film outside. But I wanted to show you guys my Christmas present. Shout out to my mom. I love you, mom. Like, she sent me Christmas money. And she's like, get you what you want, girl. And I got myself this microphone and a audio recorder. It's in my pocket. I don't want to like shift it up, but I got the Zoom podcast P4 thing. If to all you audio people who care, and it has changed my life. And because of that, I've also decided to bring back my podcast. It's coming soon. I am in a new location. I think it's probably best this way. You guys can see me better. Let's just regather my thoughts because I was definitely all over the place. Let's just bring it all back together and actually talk more calmly, even though we are in a snowstorm. So, I found the footage of this video that I made a year ago, and I found it because I was transferring files onto a new hard drive. And as I was doing that, I found that a bunch of my other hard drives have corrupted. And within those files that are corrupted is a podcast episode that I did with my good friends Zainab. And it bummed me out because I was telling her about wanting to bring back the podcast, and she was really excited to hear that episode because I never actually got around to sharing it, but I lost it, and that really bummed me out. And so Zainab, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I don't think I'm going to get that back. Or maybe I'll have to pay for some recovery software. It can be like a bonus episode in the future, but I don't think it's coming anytime soon. As I was finding this footage, I realized that it actually wasn't that bad of a day. It really wasn't. Like, there was snow on the camera lens and it was moody. Like, the camera just captured what the day was like, and I think I was just in my feelings about it. And I think it also goes to show just like where my mind was at that time. I was not in a good place. I was not in a good place at all. I was depressed. I was sad. Everything was just not good enough. Anything I tried to do this is what I get for trying to do this out here in the snow. Like, who asked me to do this? Like, for real. Like, am I just doing this? Why am I doing this? Who knows? Anyway, I feel like a lot of that footage that I recorded when I was not in a great mental health space, I just hated. And I think part of it was also like, I didn't like looking at myself. I didn't like watching myself. I didn't like seeing what I was looking like. There was definitely a lot of self-hate there. And I feel like now I'm in a much, much better place. I have worked through my crap and I'm in a good place. I'm in a very, very good place, and I'm creating, I'm making things. And I also want to talk about let's settle this back down for a second. I wanted to talk about where I'm at, where my mind is at, because I oh my god, like, what, who told me to do this? Who actually told me who told me to do this? Oh my gosh, I fully look like Edna mode. I'm in my Edna mode era. I have come a long way. I had to put a lot of trust in myself, and it's honestly very freeing. And because of that, I've been able to actually figure out what my dreams are, figure out what I want to do. And they're not just like dreams that you have as a child, but like attainable dreams, like dreams that you can set yourself and actually achieve them. And oh, hair in my mouth. And for me, this is so funny. Oh my gosh, the things I do for you guys, eh? So, like, setting a dream that's attainable is something that I learnt in this group therapy program that I did earlier in the year. And I did this, it was a voluntary thing. Ugh, hair everywhere. Let's just fix that for a second. Okay. So this group therapy program really taught me about like goal setting and planning in order to like reach those goals. And not only that, they taught us about if you fail at those goals, how to put yourself back on track and get back to actually meeting your goals. Is someone just like jumping the fence? That person just jumped the fence. Like, if I was in England, that would have been like a normal thing to do. But Canadians don't do stuff like that. Canadians don't break rules. And someone just jumping the fence in my backyard. Okay. So, having done that, having learnt to goal set and if you fall off the wagon, how to get back on it, whatever, I was able to actually come up with a goal that I think is very attainable, very exciting, and that is that I want to be a DJ. I want to be a music DJ. Well, what kind of music? What kind of DJ is there? I want to be a DJ, right? Because I feel like this city, it's missing out on a lot of music. And I grew up in England, and England is a very musical country. Like, there's so much music there, and like people love to dance and listen to all kinds of music. And over here, we don't really get many big people performing in Ottawa, so you usually have to go to like Toronto or Montreal. So I'm talking with hair in my mouth, by the way, so I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry if it looks gross. Oh, what's that? Some dry skin. That's what I get for. Let me. Okay. I was speaking to my friend Zainab, who I've already mentioned, and I was explaining to her that there's something that the music here is missing. Like the radio DJs, like I'm always skipping channels. Like most of the time I listen to my own playlists in the car because the radio is just like the conversations they have are just stupid and I'm not trying to shade anyone. It's just like I feel like as people who are talking to the masses, you can talk about other things, you know, like less shallow things. Anyway, and also the music selection is like it's very catered to a specific audience, and I think Ottawa is very multicultural, and there's a failure in that system to like represent the multiculturalism of Ottawa. And so talking to Zainab about this, I was like, it's missing something. There's something missing. And she said to me, it's missing Roombi. And I could not agree with her anymore. It's definitely missing Roombi. So my dream is to become a radio DJ here in Ottawa. And hopefully that will propel me to also becoming a TV presenter. And I have no idea how I'm going to do that. I mentioned this on my podcast. First episode coming soon. Make sure you check it out. The video portion will be on this channel. It will come on a day after the audio version goes live. But I don't know how I'm going to do it. What I said in the podcast. Just like I said in the podcast, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I have no idea what steps I need to take to get to that place. But I am so excited. I am so excited to figure it out. I'm so excited to fail, to fall, to stumble, for it to get ugly. I'm excited for all that because it's my passion. It's my excitement, you know? Again, that's why I'm bringing back the podcast, because then at least I have something tangible to say, look, I know I don't have the schooling or experience that you expect DJs to have, but I'm really good at talking to people. I'm really good at editing audio. I'm really good at coming up with topics for discussion with people. So I just want to be that person. I know that I'm such a shining light. I'm such a bright spark, and I have to share that with the world. That's it. That's all there is. So, long story short, today reminded me of this video I recorded a year ago, and I was so upset about it. So upset. But, you know, at the time, I hadn't also expressed to you guys that I experienced depression. I hadn't expressed to you guys that I have anxiety and I have psychotic symptoms. So it was really hard for me to like just not post and like not say anything about it, because I didn't know how to open up about my sadness. And I'm so proud of myself that last month I spent most of the month making videos talking about my coping strategies, what I go through, talking about things that people don't really talk about on a regular basis, and also just being a black person talking about mental health. There's not enough of us. There's not enough of us on this YouTube that talk about black mental health. And I'm so excited for this year. This year is going to be a great, great year. It's a year of trial and error. It's a year of putting myself out there, just having fun. And I think also a big part of it was like I didn't know who I was, and I think that's what my podcast used to be about. I really struggled with like placing myself somewhere, understanding like my complexities and the nuances of being Roomby, And I think having spent the past year focusing on my mental health, it's really helped me like center myself, understand who I am and know who I'm not, and be okay with all of that. And so yeah, thank you guys so much for being so supportive, watching my videos. I really appreciate that. Can't wait to create more content for you guys. And again, don't forget, the podcast is coming back soon. I'm so excited to bring back all the guests that I had before, because I think it'll be great to like have like an update on everyone, like what we spoke about before and like how life is now. That'll be really fun. And I want to have so many other guests, and I want to have guests that I think are like out of my league. I'm going to push myself to just reach out to people who terrify me to reach out to, and just see if we can make an episode happen. So all that said, here is the video of me out in the winter that I didn't like, I was so upset about, but yeah, hope you enjoy. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
you.